Hey guys, I'm Dave for the Reptile Channel HerpersTV Kids, and this is...
Kyla Knights. And this is
Vader. And today Kyla is going to show us her snake collection over here at her grandfather's house. And she has some really cool snakes here. And so she's going to show them off and talk about why snakes are important and why they make awesome pets. So, should we go check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So let's start off with the first one. This one's Honey. She's my first snake. She's kind of the one who started this little, bamble jamble. And she is a absolute sweetheart. She loves to be held. I actually got her from a pet store. She has a little bit stuck shed. She actually just shed. But she doesn't ball up at all, which is kind of unnormal for a ball python to do that. But she is super duper duper sweet, and usually what will happen is I'll take her out, and right after I take her out, she'll come over and she'll get around my neck, and what will happen is she'll actually start making this little noise, and she'll stick her tongue right in my ear, and she'll start it's like she's telling me secrets and stuff, but she's a really, really, really good girl. I don't know if she's a male or female. We got her at a pet store. So she's just a sweetheart.
So when you have a short tail like this, that tells me it's female, and males will have a much longer tail. But you have to probe them in order to find out exactly.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out with all of our snakes without trying to probe and not knowing what we're doing.
Right, so you kind of guess.
Yeah.
But if I'm guessing, you have a female Enchi ball python there. Mm-hmm. That is a good looking snake.
Yeah, and we only got her for like $20, so
nice.
That's pretty good. We just thought she was either a yellow belly or a normal. So
yeah, no,
that's good to know.
I'm guessing female Enchi. So nice. That is a nice snake for $20. All right, so what's in this enclosure here?
Chances are boa. We actually got her as a red-tailed boa, which everybody thinks boas are red-tailed boas, but we have figured out that she is a common boa, and she is super duper sweet. She's actually one of the bigger snakes that I can actually handle on my own. Usually our biggest snake, he's a little bit of a struggle just because of how he is. He's so big and massive, and the way his tank is. We didn't get her from a pet store. We actually got her from a guy that couldn't keep her anymore. She is very, very sweet. Actually, she was really never handled, and that's why she's all moving all around and stuff, but she's really never been that handled before, and we have tamed her a lot. She loves being outside. We usually, in the summertime, it's warm enough where we can take these guys outside and we'll let them roam around in the grass for 15 to 20 minutes so that they can just get a feel of the outside. She is prone to hair. That's her favorite thing, is being in my hair and have a nest. So she's just a super duper sweetheart. She does this every time I do something, but she usually does pretty good for how she was treated. But yeah, she's a super sweet girl, and none of our snakes have ever tried to bite or bite before, so yep, she's a pretty good snake. She's a really, really good girl, and she's about, I'm pretty sure, 4.5 to 5 feet, so she's a pretty good size. She's still a little bit on the skinnier side. I'd like to get her a little bit more chunked a little bit, but it's good enough for now. So she's a handful at times. And the fascinating thing about them is just the way, they're just fascinating to look at, just because how they don't have legs and how their muscles move to get around. It's kind of really fascinating for me and my grandfather. We just love looking at them and holding them and seeing what their different personalities are, to be honest with you. They're just really, really good pets, I think. So this is Prince. He is our biggest snake, and he is our one of our calmest snakes beside our first snake, but he is super duper sweet. We actually got him, we didn't get him from a pet store. We actually only got him a year ago. So he's kind of a newer guy, but he has been here for a little while and he's had a couple really good sheds for us. So he's been a really, really, really good boy. And we actually, this hide, he can't fit in. But when we first got him, this was his only hide that he actually had. So he was super attached to it. If we took it out, he'd be all freaked out. He'd scramble around. He wouldn't be able to do, he'd just freak out all together. So we were like, what's happening? And we tried a different new hides, and he wouldn't choose any hide except for this one, even though he couldn't fit in it. So he'll usually just chill out in this hide, even though he can't fit in it. He's a really good feeder. They're all good feeders. We feed them once a week, and I really like this tank because we have the heaters and we have these nice big lights, and we didn't even really have to put anything in. It was all complete when we got it. So it's just been he's been a really good boy, and I absolutely love this tank really, really, really a lot. So they're just amazing animals, I think. So when you have a snake this size or any bigger, you do not want to handle these animals on your own just because how much muscle they have, and they really can hurt you if it's an absolutely tame snake and if it's aggressive snake. So you always want adult supervision. He is about 6.5 feet. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but he is a very, very tame snake. He is one of our favorites besides our other guys. He is a big boy. He's a lot darker than our other boa, and he has a lot more of a rounder shaped jaw, and he isn't really that aggressive. When we first got him, I handled him, and he was perfect. These guys, when we first got him, we actually took him out, and the guy who owned it put on gloves, and he put on like this big armor suit, and he said that the snake was really, really, really aggressive, and he took it out, and my grandfather just picked him up and held him, and he said, okay, here's my money, and we can get going. So after we got him, we knew he was a perfect fit into the reptile collection, and he was just gonna be a good snake overall. Snakes are really, really important just because if we didn't have snakes, our rat population would go up, and they're really good companions. You would think that if you hate snakes, you'd think I'm crazy, I'm holding these snakes, they're slimy, ew, they'll bite you, it's just staying good on camera, what will happen? They're really good companions. You don't think they are until you have one and you get attached. It's like having a dog or a cat. You have to take care of this animal and you just get super attached. And if you do want to get a snake, do lots and lots of research. Just make sure you know what you're getting into. Snakes, like any other animal, do need love just like a cat or a dog. They are still a living animal. You may not think it, but they are very intelligent and they know things from other things, like my hand from a rat, a rat from a cat. Just make sure they have a good enough life and just make sure they are a good pet and they do get the love that they deserve.